Hey, Good Sam, this is Pastor Jed. Hey, I don't know if you've been enjoying the book of Ruth as much as I have, but for me, it's just been such a rich experience to read through the story, to read through the passage, and to allow God to speak to me, to encourage me, to challenge me, to invite me to see the world the way that He sees it, has just been a really beautiful thing. This Sunday, we caught up to Ruth. Ruth is in a field. She's on the outskirts of the field. She's hoping that no one sees her. She's hoping that no one notices her. She's hoping that she'll be able to scavenge enough food to provide for her needs and Naomi's needs throughout the entire day. But the good news is that God sees her. The good news is that God is going to provide for her. On Sunday, we were reminded that Ruth is also noticed by Boaz. Boaz. Everyone wants to be a Boaz because Boaz is a landowner. Boaz has options. Boaz has a nice house. Boaz drives a nice donkey and a cart. Boaz has lots of great resources. He has a workforce at his disposal. And he sees Ruth. Now, what's surprising about this is that Ruth has nothing. She's a woman. She's a foreigner. She doesn't speak the language. She doesn't know the customs. And she doesn't worship God the way that Boaz and his people worship God. But he sees Ruth, and he sees her character, and he sees her commitment to God. And he invites her from the outskirts of the field into a place where they can share a meal together. Not only do they share a meal together, but he tells the workers of the field, I want you to especially make Ruth's life easy. Invite her into the sheaves. Now the sheaves were where all the good grain was. He goes on to say, and I want you to take the good grain and I want you just to scatter it on the ground in front of Ruth. On Sunday, we were reminded that when Ruth goes home, she goes home with so much grain. She and Naomi have enough grain to last them maybe a whole month. So what a day that Ruth has had. She goes from rags to riches in a single day. I think the big aha moment is that God sees her and that God is going to provide for her. For Naomi, the big aha moment is that God sees her and God is going to provide for her. I'm wondering how you are doing just with the knowledge that God sees you. Maybe you're broken, maybe you're on the outskirts, maybe you're wrestling with something, maybe life is not turning out the way that you had hoped, maybe financially you're really struggling. I want you to know that God sees you. And I want you to know that God is working behind the scenes to provide for your needs, your physical needs, your emotional needs, but especially your spiritual needs. And so, as a church, we're continuing our series in the book of Ruth. I want to invite you to come on Wednesday as we unpack the sermon, as we discover how God is speaking to us, and as we discover what we are going to do now that God has spoken so clearly. I'll see you on Wednesday. Blessings.